Everyone, welcome to a new video of Maths NIOS Senior Secondary course. In this video, we are covering the topic terminal exercise. This will be the last topic of your chapter 2, relations and functions. If you are new here, I would like you to subscribe to the channel, give it a like if you enjoyed the content, and share it with your friends. Do type your valuable comment in the comment box. Let's start. So, terminal exercise consists of all the questions from all the topics of the second chapter. So first the question is given A, a set, B, another set with 2 elements, and here 3 elements in the first set. Find the number of relations from A to B. So this is a common formula, 2 raised to number of elements from set A into number of elements from set B. So if you write it 2 raised to 3 into 2, this gives you the result as 2 raised to 6, and if you do 2 raised to 6, it will be 64. Multiply 6 times 2. 2 into 2 into 2, 2 into 2 into 2. Okay, so it is 8 into 8, 64. So the first answer is 64. So if you want to find the ordered pair, total number of ordered pair, it will be 3 into 2, that is 6 pairs. Second question is given as a set A and B and C. Verify the first, that is LHS is given to you as combination of Cartesian product and intersection. So let's take the example of left hand side and A cross B intersection C. Let's find out. So for that, find out what is B intersection C. If you do B intersection C, you can see 11 is the result. That is the only common thing in both the sets. Now if you want to do A cross B intersection C, that means 11 is here, and what is your A set? 7, 8 and 9. Find out their cross product or Cartesian product. In that case, you will be getting the pair as 7, 11, 8, 11, 9, 11. Okay, these are the final ordered pairs. Now let's take RHS, right hand side. In this you have got A cross B intersection A cross C. So just see here A cross B, when you find out, it will be 7, 9, 7, 10, 8, 9, 8, 10, 9, 9, 9, 10. Okay, also 7, 11, 8, 11 and 9, 11. Okay, each element should have the pair, and here this you are getting as A cross B. Let's find intersection with A cross C. And what is A cross C? Let's see, A cross C is 11 and 12. So here 7, 11, 7, 12, 8, 11, 8, 12, 9, 11 and 9, 12. If you see, you have only common thing in both the sets as 7, 11, 8, 11, 9, 11. Okay, 7, 11, 8, 11, 9, 11. You have to find intersection, so common things. So only these three are there. So 7, 11, 8, 11 and 9, 11. These are the pairs are available with you. If you see the left hand side solution as equation 1 and right hand side, from this 1 and 2, we'll come to know that left hand side is equal to right hand side. Okay, this way it is verified. Left hand side is equal to right hand side. So also try to do the second question. Similar way you have to solve it, but only thing difference you can see here, it is union. Okay, so you have to take union of these two sets, and here also it is union. So first solve the left hand side, come to the right hand side and compare both of them. Hope you understood how to do this question. Let's move on to the next question. Question is, which of the following equations represent a function? In each of the case, x belongs to the real numbers, and here you can see what is a function. First you have to know what is a function. So exactly for two sets x and y. Consider x and y as two sets where each element of x should have one image in the y. Okay, that cases are functions. We have already learned about functions in our previous videos. Please go and check it out there. It is described in detail. And here let's see the first question, how to solve. So this is the equation given to you. In this case you have x and y. Okay, so let's substitute some value of x and then find out its relevant y. So x and y, and also it is given x should not be equal to 4 by 5, so leave those values, and here we are taking only 0, 1, 2, minus 1 and minus 2. So when the value of x is 0, the term changes to something else. You can find it this way: 2 into 0 plus 3 by 4 minus 5 into 0. So automatically this term is 0, and below you will get this term as 0. 5 into 0 is 0, divided by 4, so it is 3 by 4. So if your x is 0, y becomes 3 by 4. Similarly, solve for 1. This is for 0, x equal to 0. Now solve for 1. When you solve for 1, y will be 2 plus 3 by 4 minus 5. This will give you the result as 5 by minus 1, that is minus 5. Let's try with minus 1. Okay, so consider x equal to minus 1. In that case, y is equal to 4 minus 5 into minus 1, 2 into minus 1 plus 3, that is equal to minus 2 plus 3 whole divided by 4 plus 5, 1 by 9. This time the value is different, 1 by 9. So you can see here like that. If you do with 2 also, you will get the value as minus 7 by 6, and table like this, you are not getting any values repeated for the same x value. So in this case we call it as a function. Okay, so this represents a function, the first question. Now let's check b this way. So same here, without 0 you try this and see whether it is a function. Now we can do the third question, that is c, 3 by x square minus 16. So in this case, if you see, avoid these two values because it will turn as infinite. So that those two values should be avoided, and if you check, you will be getting minus 2 and 2 also. If you do, you will be getting the same value because of this x square. Okay, whatever negative also you give inside, it will turn to positive because it is a square. So you will have two values for your same x, two y values for the same x. So in that case, it cannot be called as a function. So this is not a function. So try in this manner other options also. Okay, hope you understood what is the difference between a function and a non-function equation. Next question is, these questions you have to find what is a domain and a range. Take the first option, F1. Here you can see the first part, 0, 2, 4, 6, these are domain. So if you want to write the domain, it will be 0, 2, 4, 6 like that till 100. If you want to write the range, it will be the second part, that is 1, 3, 5, 7 like that, 101 till 101. The values are there. So this is domain. Okay, for the second question, if you see, domain will be minus 2, minus 4, minus 6 like that. Range will be 4, 16, 36. That is the range. For the third question, it will be 1, 1 by 2, 1 by 3, 1 by 4. That set will be the domain, and the range will be 1, minus 1. 1 and minus 1, that is repeated. So 1 and minus 1 only is the range. So this is how you have to solve this question. It's an easy question. Write the domain of the following functions in the fifth question. So here x cube is there. So any real number you can take as the domain. So x will take any real number. So all the real numbers are the domain. So domain for the first question is all the real numbers. Okay. Now the second question is f of x 1 by x square minus 1. So in this case, it should not convert to a non-definite or infinite solution. So that case you can avoid the value as 1 so that it should not turn to 0. So if it is 1, 1 minus 1 will be 0. So avoid that value. So all the real numbers except 1. Okay. So that is possible. Like that you have to find solution for all the values. Here in this case it will be, write it as x minus 1 equal to 0. So x equal to 1. So avoid the value 1, and also 2x minus 5 is equal to 0, x equal to 5 by 2. These two values should be avoided. Okay. For the any other values are accepted other than these two values, because the denominator should not be of infinite solution, or the denominator should not turn to 0, which gives an infinite solution. Okay. So let's go to the next question. To find the range of the given equation, you have to create a table. That will be easier. Write x and y here. Substitute the value of x according to the given condition. So all real numbers. So let's take 0, 1, 2, minus 1, minus 2. If it is 0, value is 2. If it is 1, it is 5. If it is minus 1, it is minus 1. And let's solve this. For minus 2, it is 3 into minus 2 plus 2, that is minus 6 plus 2, that is minus 4. It is minus 4 here. And for 2, 3 into 2 plus 2, that is 6 plus 2, 8. So the value is 8. Like that you have to substitute and find out each and every value. So range is this y. Range will be minus 4, minus 1, 2, 5, 8, like that. Okay. So these are the range values. Similarly, find for B, C and D. If you have got doubts, please do comment in the comment section. 7th question. How to solve this one is draw the graph. So here you are given with some function values. What you have to do is you have to plot its table using x and y value. Use x and accordingly get a y value. So we have done some questions in the previous questions like 6th and 5th and all. So plot those values of x and y. Take the x values according to the given condition and find out its y. After that, plot it in a graph. When you do that, you will get a similar graph like this. For the first question, this is a solution of A. This is solution of B. The graph looks like this in the B question. And then for the C, allow these values for your x. Okay, x belongs to these values. And in this one, avoid the values or take all the real values except 2. And here you can take all the values. So A and B looks like this respectively, and C and D graph looks like this. So plot it. Next question is question number 8, which is to identify which of the graphs represent a function. So we know for any functions, value of x should have one y value. Okay, so let's check that property is applicable here in the graph or not. Consider any points on the x-axis. So those are the value of x. Okay, so here consider it is this value, and the corresponding value of y will be here. That is different from another point, 0.1, 0.2. Both are different. 0.3 is different from 0.4. So all are different values. So this represents a function. This shows it is a function. Okay, every x value has a different y value. Let's consider this B equation where you have got x-axis, and consider any point like this, point number 1, point number 2. Okay, so at this point y has this value also and this value also. That is, consider if it is 2, The value 2 is also here, minus 2 is also here. Both values are available for the same point of x. Similarly, for the value for the point 2, you will have similar two values here. So this doesn't represent a function since x contains two y values. Okay, and if you check the third one, again x value, you can take three values here, all have different points on the y. Like for the first value of this one, point A is a value, for the second one point B, then for the third one point C is available. So like that you can check. Here also if you check, the all values will be different. So this is an example of function. Now consider this equation. You can see here till this it has the property of this line or this graph, but as here you can see, if you have any point x here, the y value is not only 1, 2, 3, 4, all the values in this small space you will have many values. So this again doesn't represent a function because more than one value of y is available for x. Okay, if we take this function, this represents a function, and if you take this f, this is also a function because for the x value if you have value here, y value is different. For another x value, y value is different. Okay, so it has different values, though the shapes are different. So this is also a function. Both are functions. Now let's see the next example. Here you cannot see any of the values, so this is not a function. Only x and y axis are available. If you check for this value, consider this point. So x value will be 1 and y will be different. And another point, if you take here the y value is going on changing, and here also if you see y value is going on changing. So this represents a function. This one is not a function. Okay, hope you understood how to find out whether a given graph is a function representation or not. Next question, which of the following functions are rational functions? So already we have learned what is a rational function. Rational function and function in the form of p by q, where q is not equal to 0. Okay, in the form of rational, how a rational number look like. Similarly, you have function like that, f of x by g of x, where g of x should not be equal to 0. So we have to check whether all are in that form or not. If you see the first question, except minus 2, it is possible, values are possible for this one. So this represents a p by q form where this doesn't implies to 0. So it is a rational function. Next example B, if you take, you can see here it is x by root x. That means x can be written as root x into root x, and you can cancel one root x from denominator and numerator. So you are left with root x. In this case, it is not a rational function. You are only having a simple value of root x. So this is not a rational function. Third example, if you see C example, here same, it is given minus 2 should be avoided. If you avoid minus 2, this will be in the form of p by q itself, and this represents a rational function. And here this is not a rational function, it is not in the form of p by q or f of x by g of x. So this is also not a rational function. Question is for polynomial function. You have to identify which are polynomial function. So the first question is in the form of polynomial because x raised to some degree it is showing, and other term has x and a constant. Okay, so that form is being applied in this first one. Second one, if you see, again if you expand it, it will convert to x square plus a plus b the whole square formula, and you will be getting an elaborated form with x square as the highest degree. Okay, next one, if you see, again this is x raised to 4, then x raised x cube, then x and 3. So all terms are available. So this is also a polynomial function. Next, if you see here it is written as x greater than equal to 0. So this doesn't represent a function because of this root x. Okay, so this is not an example of polynomial function. Again, here square root is there. This is also not an example of polynomial function. So last two are not polynomial function. First question, it is to identify which are even and odd function. Even function already we have seen, f of x and f of minus x both should be same. For odd function, this is for odd function, it is f of minus x equal to minus f of x. Okay, this is for odd function, so that is satisfied. So this function, that fourth one, where these are satisfied. So first one are given in the form of equations. So f of x equal to root 9 minus x square. In this case, if you see, f of x already you know, so consider f of minus x. So apply that 9 minus x the whole square. So it is 9 minus x square again if you expand this x square. So you can see here directly you are getting f of x, this f of x. So both are same, so you can say it is an even function. Then for the second function also, let's consider minus x. If you use f of minus x for this one, it will be minus x the whole square minus 1 minus x the whole square plus 1. It will be x square minus 1 x square minus, sorry, plus 1, implies it is f of x itself. So f of minus x becomes f of x, both are same. So even, these are even functions. And if you consider this c function also, it will be even because it is absolute value. D, if you consider, it will be let's check how it comes. So f of x is given to you x minus x raised to 5. Now consider f of minus x. Okay, so minus x minus of minus x raised to 5, which is equal to minus x minus, and this is 5 times, so already minus will be coming out, but that minus and this minus will become this one. Consider, take out x minus from here, common, take out minus common from both the terms, so x minus x raised to 5. So you can easily write it as minus of f of x from here. Okay, so you can see here this, so this is satisfied for the odd function, and we can write it as odd function. Seeing the graph of these two functions, we can say both are even because even function has a property that it is symmetric about the y-axis, and it passes it also goes through the origin. Okay, that is used for, that property is used for the function, these graphical functions. Cut. This graphical representation says that it is an odd function because for odd function, when you rotate also, it is symmetric about the origin, and when you rotate also, it is rotational symmetric according to the y-axis. That is why it is odd function. Now if you check the f function, f question, x, you can take any 2 points on the graph, and it represents an even function. Okay, this is rotational having symmetry with respect to y-axis. Okay, and let's see the next question. So if you take this G question, it is again having the symmetry of y-axis. Okay, with respect to your y-axis, that's why we can say this is an even function. 12th question, let f be a function defined by this given, where x represents the real numbers. Find the image of 3 under f, that means f of 3 you have to find out. So to find f of 3, substitute in this given equation, that is 5 into 3 square plus 2, that is 5 into 9 plus 2, 45 plus 2, or you can say it is 47. So this is the solution of this question. Next one is f of 3 into f of 2 you have to find out. So first find 3 that you already got here, and f of 2 if you find, it is 5 into 2 square plus 2, that is 5 into 4 plus 2, 22. Okay, so 47 into 22 will be the solution. The exact solution will be 1034. Substitute and find out. Next one is find out x in this case. So f of x is given as 22. 5x square plus 2 equal to 22, or you can write it, do the linear equation solving method, where you can do 5x square equal to 22 minus 2, or you can write as 20. So 5x square will be similar to this, 20 by 5, or you can write x square equal to 4, which implies x equal to square root of 4, that is 2. So it is 2 in this case. Okay, so that is the 12th question. Next question is a 13th question, where two functions are given, f of x and g of x. They are real numbers, real functions, and you have to find f plus g. So it is very simple, just add both the functions. So it will be x plus 2 plus 2x minus 3. So it is 3x minus 1. Okay, f plus g. Similarly, f minus g you have to do, put as negative sign, and all the other signs will be changed inside this g of x. Similarly, f into g you have to find, and f by g also you have to find. The another question, both are similar only, but here you can see it is f by g, and also you have to find g by f. So just invert it, x square minus 1 whole divided by 2x plus 5. So you have to find this, or this is the solution. Okay, if you liked the content, don't forget to give it a like, do comment, and subscribe to the channel to get notifications on time. Thank you for watching.